Good morning, everyone! So for today's video, I am all pinked out in honor of this video I'm going to be doing, which is going to be on the Milky Dress Barbie Make collection. And this is something I believe that launched last year, end of last year, but I just recently picked up a decent amount of the collection. I was intrigued because I love the packaging of this. I've actually never tried any makeup from Milky Dress, so I wanted to pick up some products and test them out. So first and foremost, I think the only experience I have with Milky Dress is their Snow White cream or mask, wash off mask. I reviewed that a couple years ago, and that was my first introduction to the brand. But since then, I don't have a lot of experience with them. So I think my next step is going to be priming my eyes because I do have an eyeshadow palette I'm going to be trying out from this collection. Oh my gosh, look how pretty. I'm so matchy, I love it. I'm going to be using the Espoir Perfect Fix Eye Primer to prime my lids really quickly. Looking at the eyeshadow palette, I believe this whole collection only had this eyeshadow palette, and this is in Glam Beige, which I'm sure, as you could have figured out from the name, it is basically just a neutral brown palette. I mean, I've seen so many of these, it's a little overdone. Let's be frank, the only reason I picked this up was because I wanted to use the whole collection and see what I thought, but I don't know. Maybe it'll blow my mind. I'll keep my opinions optimistic. So I guess naturally I'm going to take this color here, which is like a shimmery champagne color, and use that on my lids. Let me zoom you guys in. Oh, I'm already zoomed in. Let me get closer. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. I'm having bad fallout here. Oh no! Oh, it is so crumbly. It is like getting in my eye. Are we seeing this? What is this? It is like in my lashes. Look at all this fallout. Good grief. I'll figure it out later. Not a fan of this eyeshadow so far. I feel like I have shadows in my eyes now. I'm gonna be taking this color here, which is just I mean, they pretty much all look shimmery. I'm gonna swatch them for you really quickly. Yeah, they're the swatches, just rough swatches. I'm gonna take that beige color and I'm just gonna run that in my crease. Yeah, this is not really showing up in my crease. I mean, I'm not really seeing much of a difference between this eye, and this is the eye I applied it to. But for the sake of uniformity, I shall apply this to my left side too. Next, I'm going to take this coppery color and I'm going to go ahead and blend that into my crease just to deepen the look up, if it'll show up. Okay, this one's not bad, but to be honest, it doesn't match the palette. I feel like this is not a very well coordinated palette. I feel like they just kind of like picked colors and they were like, individually, those look nice, together, we don't know, just put them all together anyways. The shadows look so muddy. I'm like already not happy. And then last but not least, I will take that last color to finish off the look. And I'm just going to go ahead and run this in the outer corner. Okay, so now that the shadows are on my lid, this is what the look looks like. It's okay. They feel very muddy, or they look very muddy. This is kind of a fail. I would not recommend that, despite the adorable packaging. Ooh, look, you can see everything on my desk. All the other preview of all the other products. Okay, I got distracted. Let me go ahead and move on to the liner now that we've discussed my feelings about that palette. There are two different types of liners from this Milky Dress Barbie Make collection. There's a pen liner and there's also these automatic gel liners. Of course, I'm going to take the pen liner and use this to create a cat eye. I have actually been using this for some time now, and it's actually a pretty good liquid eyeliner. Only thing I have to say that's a complaint of mine, I'm not a big fan of brush tip applicators. I prefer felt, and this is obviously a brush tip, and sometimes the formula, since it is a little bit thicker, takes a second for it to come out, so. But overall, it's actually a pretty good liner. As far as how long lasting this is, for me this lasts all day, although I have to say I don't have oily eyelids. If you do, this might move around a little bit. Now I'm gonna move on to the other liner, which is the Barbie Make Auto Gel Liner. There are two different colors of this. There's a black and a brown. Naturally, I picked up the black. And what I'm gonna do with this is I'm just going to tight line in my upper rim. Now this liner in particular, I have actually used this a couple times before this video. I don't feel like this is a very long-lasting pencil or gel liner. I feel like it smudges, especially if you're using this as a waterline liner. It tends to transfer a bit, so I don't necessarily recommend that. So this collection comes with a mascara, and it has a bit of that paddle effect to it. I assume that'll help maintain a curl throughout the day. This is actually nice separating mascara. I am making a mess, definitely, on my lid. So this is what my lashes look like. Don't mind the mascara on my lid because I am going to remove that once it dries. Overall, my lashes look okay. I mean, they're pretty separated. I feel like they look very nice and defined. This mascara does not layer that well. Pretty much when it sets, which indicates it will hold a curl. But for me, I like a more volumized effect. So we've finished our eye makeup, and I have a really exciting product here because we have a cushion. This comes in 2 different shades. I picked up shade number 23, of course, which is in Gertrude. And let's check out. It's so pretty. Oh, interesting. It's like a 2-texture type of air puff. So this bottom white part here is more soft and feels kind of like velour. And up top here is more spongy. Interesting. Moment of truth, my friends, even though I'm pretty confident this isn't gonna match me because I've got some fake tan on. Maybe it won't be the worst thing ever. And she be like, am I supposed to flip this over? Use this to blend it out? Ooh, that feels wrong. I don't like that. This does not match my skin. It looks a lot darker in the, like, how does that translate? You got me. Good thing I'm not going anywhere today. Cause this cushion foundation, she ain't out to play. I was kind of researching this cushion a little bit before this video, and it's supposed to have pretty good coverage. So far, I'm not seeing amazing coverage. In the advertisements, they would show like people with freckles and moles on their face, and then they would show the after, and they'd be like gone. There ain't no amount of blending to the neck that is going to make this match my skin. I would have to blend this on my entire body. This is not blending well. I don't know if you guys can tell how long I've been working at it. I don't know if it's because I'm only working with half an air puff. But this is not laying well on my skin. This is taking too much time. This did not work out. I don't like it already. Maybe this will help because Mama picked up a contour. This is the Slim Pop shade. I got number 2, of course. I believe there's 2 different shades of this. I am just gonna swirl this together. And I'm just going to, ooh. I don't know if it's the contrast of my mismatched cushion foundation, but this is pretty nice. Oh my gosh. Are we seeing all of these makeup brush hairs sticking to this cushion foundation? It's kind of sticky too. That helped a little bit, right, to match it to my face. Let me shade my jaw a little bit. So this collection also has 2 different cheek colors. I picked up Sweet Pink and Rose Coral. The packaging on these ones and the bronzer or the contour color feels a little cheaper because they have these translucent lids, and I don't know why, but to me, that comes off as like a little bit cheap. Like these types of things, they tend to break and crack and get all weird looking. These look really similar. Am I crazy? It's a little bit lighter, this one. So we're gonna try that one first. Pick up some. I know I'm gonna have to load the brush up because let's face it, this is probably not gonna show up on my skin tone. That's a nice wash color. Again, like I said, I did have to kind of grind my brush in there to pick up the color because it's a little light. Now moving on to Sweet Pink, switching the brush up. This one is a little bit more pigmented. On my face though, are we seeing much of a negligible difference? I'm not. So if you want to pick one of these up, at least that answers the question, do you need both? No, you could pick one up and make it look like you have both because they both look the same. So I'm gonna move on to the lip products next. I picked up 3 lipsticks. These are called the Rouge Classic. I believe there's 10 different shades available of these, but I decided to pick up 214. 235, and 445. So I shall go in numerical order so we can keep this nice and tidy. And first I'm going to try 214. Oh, that's pigmented. I'm making a mess. Ooh, I am not used to wearing colors this bright. I used to. Not too dry. Kind of like a soft matte type of finish. So this is what the color looks like. I like this color actually. Moving on to the next color, which is in the shade 235. These are really pigmented. I'm pretty surprised. They make my teeth look white. Then we have our final color, which is in the shade 445. This is something that's more in the family that I tend to wear. Kind of these brown, terracotta-y nudie colors. These go on really nice and smooth. Maybe it's not a good idea to talk while I'm trying to apply this. This is such a pretty color. I'm obsessed with this. So these here are the Barbie Make Color Pop tints. These were actually featured on Get It Beauty. I picked up all 3 shades that they have available. There is Flower Pink, Scarlet Red, and Delight Coral. They don't smell like anything really. So this color that I opened up is in the shade Delight Coral. Oh, these are like milky type of tints. Can you see this? They're a pretty thick formula though. You guys aren't familiar with my channel. I'm not a big tint girl in general. I'd much rather use like a liquid lipstick, lip gloss, basically anything but a tint. But yeah, that one's looks pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and get a tint remover so I can see if this will come off, and I wanna swatch the other 2 shades that are part of this collection. This is actually the first time I'm using this. Misha All Kill Tint Remover. So this is the tint that the Delight Coral left. So once the top layer wears off, this is what you're left with. Next I'm gonna try Floral Pink. That's kind of orangey too. And then I'm gonna let that sit for a little bit and see what it looks like when I wipe it off. And that's the tint you're left with. This tint remover kind of burns my lips. Is that normal or am I having an allergic reaction? Everyone's like, allergic reaction. Don't tell me that. Tastes bad. Yucky. Okay. Last but not least, we have the final color, which is in the shade Scarlet Red. Definitely a pretty true fire engine red it's looking like. I'm gonna be very sparing with this color because I will make a mess. Here are all the swatches as well. This one is the Delight Coral. We have the Flower Pink here in the middle, and then we have Scarlet Red there at the end. And then to see how they tint, I'm gonna go ahead and wipe them off. And that's what we're left with. All right, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this video where I took a kind of lesser known brand and collection and did a quick video for you guys on them. I kind of want to do this a little bit more where I introduce different brands and try them out, because I feel like a lot of the big brands and May brands get covered by a lot of different YouTubers and bloggers and things like that. So I wanted to try something that was a little bit different. Of course, the packaging is beautiful. Some of the products were really hit or miss for me. But if you guys have any other products you want me to try, or collections or brands, please let me know in the comment section down below. I always like hearing your guys' feedback. As I always do, I will place all links in the description box below. And I also want to throw this out there because I never say this in videos, which I probably should do more often, but be sure to follow all my social media links, especially my Instagram. I'm posting there more regularly, and it is Morgan Allison Stewart, which is my name and who I am. And as always, I hope you guys are happy and healthy, and don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe, share with your friends and family, hit that notification bell, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys!